Up. Welcome. What's up, beautiful souls? I'm live here on the Instagrams. I'm live here on the YouTubes. I'm live everywhere. Hey. What's up? Let me just get this going here. Welcome. Waiting for some more people here to join on the YouTube. Hello, Instagram. How's everyone going? How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? Welcome. So, I mean, it's super exciting for me because today I am launching Adonis, which has been my vision for quite some time, and I wanted to go live because I love going live and I love sharing with everyone live because it's unfiltered. There's no, perfectionism. It's just, it is what it is, and whatever happens. So yeah, it's super exciting. So I want to share with you what it is that I've been creating and what I've been in the works of creating for the last couple of months, really the last year, but the last couple of months especially. And that is the Adonis community. So the Adonis community is a conscious church community that is being built out as we speak, to essentially reconnect humanity with the divine in ways that I feel the church in general is not doing. And so, I grew up Christian, I grew up Catholic, and I grew up, very familiar with the kind of church and the structure of church and what that all looks like. And there's lots of things that I enjoyed about it and lots of things that I did not enjoy about it. And one of the main things that I did not enjoy about church was the just a lot of the drama and a lot of the dogma. And there's a lot of drama and dogma in a lot of churches, and gossip and just weird kind of cliquey superiority type of mentality. And I don't think that is suited for the new age. I don't think that is suited for the Aquarian age. And there's a big gap right now for in-person events and in-person community. And that's something that I'm looking to build out over the next 5 years, starting with probably some retreats and in-person little masterminds, and then eventually building out a full retreat center, building out a full church, building out a full school. These are the things that have been in the works. So these are like 10-year projects down the line. But what it is that I'm launching today and what will begin next Sunday is Sunday service. So Sunday service is a completely free kind of spiritual sermon, whatever you want to call it, spiritual service, spiritual church, that allows people to connect with the divine and allows people to tune in with other people, build community, and ultimately co-create a divine embodiment. And that's what we're trying to get here. And that's what this vision is being birthed into, is I want every single person to have the accessibility to be able to once a week tune in with a bunch of other like-minded conscious people, and from there, elevate yourself, tap into yourself, expand yourself, and feel good. There's something very powerful about church. There is something very, very powerful about the church community, about being in a group of people that are on the same wavelength, that are not crazy and evil and fucked up, but people that are have the same beliefs or similar beliefs as you, and are all joined together. Okay, so church is something that's supposed to be sacred, and church has been one of the areas in our world that's been the most perverted, unfortunately. You have entities like the Vatican who is in total control. It's a total control state. It doesn't pay taxes. It's its own country, and this runs the majority of the religious structures around the world. And this, what I'm building, and what other people will continue to build after me, and not just in the context of my community, but in other communities and other pockets of communities, is a decentralized church. And decentralizing the church means that we're building out smaller communities all over the globe where it's not a singular entity that has power. That's not what it's about. A church does not need, physical power. A church's true power is spiritual power. Okay. And spiritual power, authentic spiritual power, is created through community, is created through service to God, and is created through service to others. Okay. So if we can get all these features down, which I believe that we can do, and the vision that I'm building out, Adonis, is what that's going to become. I believe that we can have a decentralized church. I believe that we can have a church in a community where we really are coming back into unity. One of the core pillars of Adonis is that you can't have community without unity. Unity through community, because that's how we do it. We're all here alone, and especially nowadays, over the last year, with this beer virus and everything that's been going on, there's a lot of us feel alone, and a lot of us feel disconnected spiritually. And I really want to take the time to just, help in that area, because it's important. It's important for us to feel recharged every week. That's the beauty of church. That's one of the things that I liked about church growing up was, if it was a good service, and it wasn't always a good service, but if it was a good service, you'd feel recharged, you'd feel elevated, and you could speak with your community, you could go to your community. Nowadays you go to church and it's like you can barely say hi to a person. It depends on what church you go to, for sure. But in general, the average church, you smile and shake someone's hand and they're kind of looking at you funny. I don't think that's what a church community should be like. I think a church community should be without all of that kind of drama, superiority. I've been here 10 years, you've only been here one day. Like, it should be none of that. We need to just build community. And so this is one of the ways that I'm doing that over the next 10 years and beyond. It's really like a lifelong project for me, that I'm happy to take on, and that, it's part of my service to the world, is to just birth this. I'm not, this is not even me really creating this. This is, it's a community. It really is a community. So the reason that I wanted to get on here live is, one, to just share from my heart what this is all about, and to hopefully resonate with many of you who are feeling the same way. Maybe you feel, like you want a spiritual community. You want to feel more spiritually connected to people, and maybe you got a few people online, or maybe a few friends that you have in person that you can, talk to about stuff. But spiritual community is not just to have a support structure. That's one factor of it. But spiritual community is also to have a growth and development community, which means that we're holding each other accountable, which means that we're growing together, which means that we're learning and we're teaching. And there's that teaching learning dynamic going on. And that, to me, is the role of a pastor. And so that's kind of the role that I will be playing, and the role that other people will play as well. Because, like I said, it's a community. It's not just going to be, the Will Nicholls Church. This is Adonis. And Adonis roughly translates to Spirit of the Lord, or Spirit of God. And I really want to bring in the Spirit of God. And a lot of churches nowadays, if you look around, most churches are not actually God-oriented. Are the mass community members of churches living God-filled lives? Are they living a Christ-like life? And the answer is no. Sure, maybe they play this little role when they come to church on Sunday, but that's not true community. That's not true spiritual community. And that's not truly leaning towards the side of unity and leaning towards the side of service to others and service to God. So I truly believe that when we're in a community that is all for true service to the divine, God, infinite, whatever you want to call it, it's not a denominational church. It's not going to be a Catholic church or a New Age church or anything like that. It's going to be a spiritual community, and a group of people who believe in a vision, and that vision is to bring spiritual community to the world, bring spiritual community to humanity, because we need this. And as we go into the age of Aquarius, as we continue to, move through this transition of the ages, we're going to find that the illnesses and the pains and the struggles are not going to be physical as they were in the last age. They are going to be mental and spiritual and psychological. And thus we need spiritual community. Thus we need psychological community. Thus we need community that helps to support mental health, that helps to support our spiritual, physical, and mental well-being. And not enough churches, not enough communities are doing this. And not enough churches and communities also are standing up to the evil that is going on in this world. I see a lot of churches that are just going with this whole quarantine and all this crap going on in this world and abiding by this literal tyranny, this literal evil in this world, this, whatever you want to call it, NWO, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But, the spiritual community, the power of spiritual community comes from, we are bringing in one intention, and that is to serve, in some capacity. And, one of my lifelong purposes is to serve the consciousness of this planet and to assist people in their awakening and assist people in their interconnectivity with themselves. And in one way in which we do that is by not staying silent when evil is happening. So these are kind of the three core pillars of Adonis. And the first is God first, always. God first, always. Okay. And when we serve, we get served. Okay. So when we serve, we in turn are served by creation. So when we serve creation by being God-centered, when we serve creation by being God-focused and truly serving God, and again, replace the word God. If God makes you uncomfortable, replace the word God with Allah or Buddha or Krishna or, divine source, source, creator, whatever you want to call it, great pussy in the sky. There's many titles for it, but what matters is that we're all connected, right? And we all understand that this creator, this that we're part of, comes first. Service comes first. Service to others comes first. The second core pillar of the Adonis vision is ultimately that it's all about community. And that's truly what service means. It means that we're not just serving ourselves, we're serving others. We're serving our community. We're helping our community. We're benefiting our community, both locally and internationally. Okay, and that's very, very important. Not enough churches are doing stuff. They have all these resources, they're not doing anything with it. Or they're just leaking out resources and they don't have ways to accumulate more resources besides, donations. Donate for my private jet, This is a completely self-funded vision. I will definitely be relying on, generous donors to assist with this vision, but it's completely self-funded. So this is not about money in any regards. I've got a bunch of other stuff going on for me. This is not about I'm not even really paying myself for this. It's the vision. And so first pillar is God first, always. Because if a church is not God first, if a church is greed first or gossip first or, just ridiculousness first, politics first, it's not a real church. It's not a solid church. And if a church is not truly benefiting its community, and not just it's interconnected, it's first person community, but it's local, the chain community, then it's not really a church, and it's not really, here for the new age. It's not going to last. And finally, the third pillar is to do no harm, take no shit, and most importantly, not be silent when evil is around. Because silence in the face of evil is condoning the very evil in which we, in a sense, fight against. And, those who are doing the true spiritual work know that it's not really a fight. It's a dance between good, evil, dark, light, positive, negative. You know how it is. But if you stand silent in the face of evil, you are supporting it. You are supporting it. And as a church and as a church community and as someone leading a church community, I won't stand for that. I think that's ridiculous. And more people need to have the confidence and frankly, the balls, you know, to stand up against this shit that's going on in the world. So I really hope that, 10 years down the line, as this vision comes true, got the full retreat center, got the full uh, temple church, we got the full mystery school, all of this is being built out. I really hope that the world is impacted in such a positive way, and not just directly by me and everything that Adonis is being, built out towards, but I really hope that other people will see this and understand this and apply it in their own and build their own churches, build their own communities, build their own spiritual groups, because this is what we need. This is what the age of Aquarius is all about. This is what this new age is all about. It's about us coming back to ourselves. It's about us remembering our divinity. And most importantly, it's about us connecting in community. All right. So after this live, I'll be posting some links. Links will be updated as we go along. The first link will just be a little landing page to describe basically what I just shared here. You'll be able to fill out your email and get a link for Sunday service, which begins next Sunday. Okay, so next Sunday, the 7th of March, will be the first service. That's at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern. Completely free. It will always be free. There will be other memberships available, paid memberships to support the vision and with benefits, of course. But the Sunday service will be the free offering to the world, and it will always be free, and it will never not be free, even if it means, coming out of my pocket every month, every week. So that's kind of my promise to you. And everything else that comes on top of that will be the cherry on top. But this is really a community effort, and this is something that I really want to connect with all of you on. If you want to be a part of this, please reach out. I would love to have as many people be a part of this. This is a group effort. This is not, a Will Nicholls show. This is, I'm holding the vision, but we hold the vision together, and that's what it's all about. So I just wanted this. I didn't want this to be too long. I just wanted to launch it today. It's a very special day, and I really hope that in the future that we all can really wake up to this, and I hope to be a part of this movement. I hope to be a part of this awakening, and I hope to assist all of us in building our mind, body, and spirit as we grow together in conscious community, because that's the future, my friends. No more dogma, different dogma, actually, because dogma is good, and I'll make a whole video on that, but some dogma is good, but not the old dogma, the new dogma, which is just structure to the universal way of living, which is in alignment with all of creation. And I really hope that we can all wake up to this, and I really hope that we can all continue to grow in spiritual community. So if you've been feeling lonely, I really encourage you to reach out. I really encourage you to join us every Sunday for Sunday service. And I really encourage you to continue to build out your spiritual community, because when you feel connected and recharged all the time spiritually, you become a better person. You really do. And I've seen it time and time again in my own self, and I've seen it time and time again in other people. Okay, so spiritual community is where it's at. And when we can all connect and be in alignment, be tapped in, tuned in, turned on to that spirit, that one spirit that flows through us all, God, divine, infinity, whatever you want to call it, creation, Sophia. There's many labels and terms for it. It doesn't really matter what you call it. But what matters is that we're all connected to that same essence. And we can all be connected to that same essence. We can live and thrive as conscious human beings and truly bring about a greater sense of unity, prosperity, and love on this planet. So thanks everyone for tuning in on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, Periscope. I love you all. More to come. This is literally just the beginning, but I needed to make this announcement, share this transmission on this day, and I hope to see you all next Sunday. And I really hope to have you all join us. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you all next Sunday for Sunday service, And I look forward to building out this community with you all. I appreciate you. And also make sure you join my Telegram channel, which is t.me/officialwillnichols. And if you have skill sets that can be a benefit to this, literally, I'm looking for everyone. I'm going to need everybody. This is a group effort. Like I said, this is an international movement. It's a global movement. It's much bigger than me, and I'm going to need all the help that I can get. So, if you want to be a part of this movement and you believe in this vision, then please reach out, and I would love to, collaborate and bring as many people on board with this as possible. I love you all. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for supporting me. And I love you all. All right? Take care.